Ever read a Greek myth and gone, bro, what was even the point of this? Why this story so cooked? Well, what if I told you you're not reading Greek myth, but something different? If you don't know me, my name is Onyx, and I'm a Hellenic, which means I just worship the Greek gods. My goal is to showcase Hellenism in a fun, relatable, and genuinely interesting way. So that sounds like something that you're interested in, buckle up and let's get this started with champions. Now, surprisingly, this story does not start in Greece at all. It starts 90 miles away from Rome in 43 BC, where a kid named Ovid was born. He was born in a rich, educated, and highly respected family. Ovid's father wanted him to be a lawyer or a politician, so he sent Ovid to the best schools of his time to study law and public speaking. He trained under big-name teachers of his time, but Ovid didn't want to be a lawyer. He didn't even want to be a politician. He drafted closer to poetry, to be exact, love poetries. So he started neglecting his work just so he can do that. So by his 20s, he already was writing and was famous for multiple of his love poetries. Fast forward a little bit, around in his 40s. Ovid loved poetry. It went against the king's morals at the time, aka Augustus. So in AD, Augustus expelled Ovid to the Black Sea, where he spent the last 9 years of his life writing until his death in AD 17. While he was expelled, he was still writing, from letters to his friends, enemies, and even to himself about his treatment. And he ended up writing something that ended up made him outlasting everyone in his era. He ended up writing over 100 myths, retelling Greek stories with Roman values in one gigantic work, the Metamorphoses. That book shaped how the world sees Greek mythology today, and if it wasn't for Ovid, we would have lost these stories we know now in the Middle Ages. Once the Metamorphoses became popular, it didn't just change Greek myth, it became the blueprint that everyone started using. Famous big-time writers like Shakespeare, Dante, all pulled from Ovid's version. Even artists sculpted and painted Ovid's version of Greek gods. So by the time that modern media came of Greek myths and gods, they traced back to not the Greek tradition, but Ovid's and the centuries of remixes. He didn't write like a worshipper, he wrote like a novelist. Beautiful, yes, but that kind of had me thinking, what if that was the point? What if Ovid's work was never meant to be used as worship? I mean, think about it. Ovid wasn't trying to make a Bible. He was a writer, not a priest. We started treating poets' drama as they were pre-scripture, or the other way around. Now, why did this actually matter? Well, we weren't there 1,000 years ago. We only have the stories that survive, and Ovid shows us exactly how myths evolve, how culture blend, and how meaning change. And honestly, this story is really inspiring. It shows how strong and determined ancient humans were, and how we could live up to our fullest potential if we just try. Think about it, if one man can retell hundreds of myths and have his version survive for 2,000 years, imagine what you can do. Peace out, champions.